I never imagined my life would turn into something that feels like a psychological puzzle. 3 years ago, I met a beautiful woman named Ada at a friend's birthday party in Lagos. She was confident, funny, and incredibly kind. We talked the whole evening like we had known each other for a long time. Later that night, she mentioned something casually that I didn't think much about at the time. "I have a twin sister," she said with a smile. I laughed and said, "So you mean someone else in this world looks exactly like you?" She nodded. Exactly. A week later, I met the sister. Her name was Amaka. When she walked into the room, I almost dropped the glass I was holding. They were literally identical. Same face, same height, same voice, same hairstyle, even the same way of laughing. The only difference was that Ada usually wore simple clothes while Amaka loved flashy outfits. At least, that's what I told myself. Fast forward 2 years later, Ada and I got married. Everything was perfect. But there was one thing I underestimated. Her twin sister visits a lot. Sometimes she stays for a weekend, sometimes for a full week. And that's when the confusion begins. One evening, I came back from work and saw my wife sitting in the living room scrolling through her phone. I walked up behind her, kissed her on the cheek and said, "Hey babe, I missed you today." She suddenly turned around looking shocked. "Hey, brother-in-law, what are you doing?" My heart nearly stopped. It was Amaka. She burst into laughter while I stood there feeling like I wanted the ground to swallow me. Later my wife came out of the bedroom laughing too. "You really can't tell us apart?" she asked. I tried to defend myself. "You people are exactly the same." They laughed about it for days. But that wasn't the last time. Another time, I was watching TV, and my wife came and sat beside me. I put my arm around her and continued watching. Then the bedroom door opened. And my wife walked out. I slowly turned my head. The woman sitting beside me was Amaka again. She looked at me and said, "Relax, you're holding the wrong wife." Even my wife couldn't stop laughing. Now every time her sister visits, my brain goes into full detective mode. I check the clothes. I check the voice. I even check their nails. But sometimes they switch clothes just to confuse me. Last week something even more embarrassing happened. I whispered something romantic to who I thought was my wife in the kitchen. She turned around smiling and said, "Careful, oh, if my sister hears that, she might collect your compliments." It was Amaka again. At this point, I've accepted my fate. I married one woman. But sometimes it feels like I accidentally married two identical humans. And the worst part? I'm pretty sure they enjoy confusing me.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.